Leinster has brought, an added help to, the preparation for Galway, and it'll help refine our game, and the matches we've had will stand us in good stead. We've had matches now against Westmeath and Offaly that we've played well in, and that helped us in no small way to prepare for Kilkenny, and the match the last day will help us prepare for Cork.
Yeah, it was great to win the Leinster final and get the direct route to that Ireland semi-final. I suppose on the day we didn't expect to win by the margin we did, but I suppose it's not really going to count for a whole lot now. The next day we're going to have to play really well now to put up to Cork, and they've probably been the most improved team in the country now over the course of the season.
Well, obviously it was a huge win against Waterford. For long stages Waterford looked like they were going to win it, particularly the last 15 minutes, and Cork ground out the result, and they won pulling away, you might say. They're obviously a very fit team. We just have to approach the game the same mindset we did the Leinster final, focus on ourselves, the things that we do well. As I say, we need to up the level of intensity, up the level of performance all over the pitch, and if we can carry on the improvement that we've been doing from match to match in the championship, we'll be in with a right shout, and hopefully come the final whistle we'll be thereabouts.
Yeah, I think new management's on both sides, and that's no fault of who was over Cork last year in Dennis Walsh or John McIntyre and these teams. I mean, they prepared very, very hard in the last number of years as well. But I suppose, some new blood in both camps. I mean, Cork are craft masters of getting it right in semi-finals, and they've proven that throughout the years. And no matter what happened last year or any other day, it doesn't matter for the next day. But Cork are, they're going to be hard taskmasters, and I think it's quite forgotten how close they were to beating Tipperary, and had probably the best performance of the summer against Tipperary, and they will, I've no doubt, get up to that level again next Sunday, and will be very, very hard to beat.
Well, we'll return to that Cork-Galway game a little later, but Niall, while we have you here,
it's brilliant to be in this All-Ireland semi-final. I mean, we've brought in a good number of young players, and I think certainly the win over Waterford was a great boost from that point of view, and also the fact that we came from 3 points down with 7 or 8 minutes to go was a great boost as well. So I'm aware also that the display against Waterford wouldn't be good enough to beat Galway. Everyone, I think, has said that, and that's a fair comment. But we'd be hoping that the win would bring us on another bit and put us in a position to challenge Galway, certainly put up a good display.
I suppose the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes was where we played well. In between, Waterford dominated the game, and thankfully we were only 3 points down with 15 minutes to go. They missed 1 or 2 opportunities, and if they win 4 points ahead or 5 points ahead, who knows, they probably would have held out and won the game. But they didn't take them. We had a few subs that came on and they did fantastic, and that probably turned the game for us.
But I think the wins certainly have given us a bit of momentum, and that's always a good thing. I mean, after defeat to Tipperary, it has given us a chance to regroup, and I think we've made some progress in the meantime. Yeah, well, certainly, I mean, the league final, we were destroyed by Kilkenny early on, and equally in the Leinster Championship final, Galway destroyed Kilkenny. So if you allow that to happen, you certainly won't be coming back from that kind of a lead, and that's something we'll be very conscious of trying to start well and keep ourselves in the game as long as we can.
They've a threat all over the pitch. You've Joe Canning, you've Damien Hayes. He can play in any number of positions. Tactically, they played fantastic against Kilkenny in the Leinster final, so they'll probably try and do something similar against Cork on Sunday.
Philip, I suppose the big question here is, can Galway put back-to-back performances together, because it's something that they've struggled to do over the years?
I think they can. Anthony Cunningham has played, though. Everybody's seen what they've done to Kilkenny, and they look like the real business this year, so we've massive respect for them coming into this game. But at the same time, it's a 2-horse race, and anything can happen on the day, and we're not going to leave any stone unturned to get to where we want to be.
Cyril Donnellan has been a concern for Galway in the run-up to the game with a chipped bone in his arm.
Just new ground for a lot of us, and for the likes of most dependent, the likes of myself and Joe Canning and these players that are supposed to be around a few years. It's their first chance to play in August, and we're delighted and looking forward to it.